Hello, and welcome back to another episode of our Bridgesimton Challenge. We are here with the Merino family, and this is Scarlett Merino. She is currently working towards the marriage market. She has mastered all of the skills that she needs to enter into the marriage market, and so we are just waiting on her to be able to accept some invitations. Hopefully some suitors will come calling for her soon, and we will see her be able to enter into society and do well with that. We are hoping that she is going to have a nice entrance into society and that everyone will see her have a smooth entrance into the ton, and that she will have a good reputation within the ton while she has entered into society. Currently right now she is just working towards getting herself ready for school. She is about to head herself out for going off to school now. So we are just going to head out so that we can get her off to go and get her school day started. Currently right now her mother is just wanting to chat with her, but as you can see she's heading her way off, so we can obviously go ahead and get her off and get her studies going. She had done her homework and some makeup work and even some extra credit work, so she is well on her way into her studies, doing well there. And we are just going to get Isabella here to have a little bit of a nap, and then once she gets up she is probably going to need to go to work. Yeah, she has work in 5 hours time, so we'll be heading her off into work. She is in the nobility career, and so we are hoping to see her get a promotion in that soon, and if she does, we will see what she gets to do for that next. So that will be fantastic to see. So we are just waiting for her to have to go off to work here. She, other than needing a nap, is, pretty much doing really well, and we don't really seem to have much problems. As we know, they have lost their husband and father in the war recently that had gone on, and so it is just the two of them. Isabella is trying her best to get Scarlett lined up for someone that will obviously be able to be a nice match for her, and that she will be able to succeed in having a nice future. And so we obviously are looking forward to finding someone a nice match for Scarlett, and Isabella is hoping that that is going to go really, really well. So that is fantastic. We do, as you see, have a butler here in this home, and so we will hopefully be able to have the butler to take care of everything that needs to be taken care of. We also have a maid that comes in and cleans, so that is great. So we hopefully will be able to just continue on with our story here, and we will just let them continue on as time progresses. See what we've got going on here. It says, I heard there's someone famous over at the lounge. Want to go check it out. She is not going to go to the lounge right now because she, as we know, is taking herself a little bit of a nap, and then she has to go into work. So we're going to decline this little message here, and we'll just wait for her to have to head into work. Currently right now it looks like her other needs are pretty good, but we're not going to head off into work. Into the lounge. Let's go ahead, and I am going to have her just chat with the butler a little bit, and I'm gonna have her tell the butler to go ahead and make a family meal. So have her cook a family meal for the family, and then we will have that ready for when Scarlett goes ahead and comes home, and that will be fantastic. Also on today's agenda, we do have a birthday for Larry Hendrickson, so we will be seeing that family because we will have to head over and age up Larry. She's like, please go and cook a meal. Butler's like, seriously, do I have to?
Chalky.
She says she can't cook. Why not? Too many things on the counter, probably. Honestly, there is so much on this counter. And then let's tell her to cook. So we'll go ahead and get the butler to cook a family meal. It does look like Isabella is in a bit of a mental fog. She is starting to burn out from work. So I am hoping that we can hopefully get her to where she is not going to have as much of a burnout situation. But right now she is having a bit of a burnout because of her duties with her job. And unfortunately, that's not something that we can really help because she does have to work, being that she is the only adult in the household. You've got quite the personality, Isabella, and it's just what we're looking for in a chef. No, I'm not trying to do that. Thanks, though. All right, so as soon as it's time for her to go ahead and head off to work, we will let her do that. Let's let her stop playing chess here, and we're going to send Isabella off to work, and I will see you when they arrive back from work and school. Okay, so it does look like Scarlett has arrived home from school. She is feeling a little bit focused, which is fantastic. I am just going to have her come on over here and check for some invitations and see if she happens to have gotten anything in the mail. Obviously, she wants to make sure that she doesn't have any society invitations. Oh, and it does look like she got something here. I'd fancy some fresh air. Shall we promenade together, Miss Marino? It is from an older gentleman. I mean, this is definitely not someone that she would end up being with. He's definitely not an eligible bachelor for her. He is an older guy, but she'll go ahead and go off with him and just go for a little bit of a walk about with him. So we'll send her off and let her go off on a promenade with him and see how things go for that. So she is going to head off and do that, and when she gets back home, we'll have her tend to some of her studies. And you know, usually these promenades, a promenade is an opportunity for members of the ton to see and be seen. It is important to give the right impression. So how should Scarlett dress? She should wear something comfortable and modest, for elegance, not frill, or she should spare no expense. I want her to wear elegance, not frill. The way a lady presents herself affects her position in society, and Scarlett has learned how to navigate those choices with grace and poise. She has gotten a small etiquette skill gain. Okay, great. And then once she gets back home, we will go ahead, like I said, and get her working on her studies. So I'm going to go ahead and queue up for her to do her homework once she gets back. And I will see you when she returns. Okay, so she is back. It looks like he said, "I had a lovely time with you today. I hope we'll be seeing more of each other." So Scarlett has arrived back home. She is just currently in here now working on some of her homework, and she is, you know, almost done with that actually. She really does get that done quite quickly. Once she's done with that, I am going to have her go ahead and go grab herself a bite of food that the butler has made. So we'll go get her to get herself a bite of something to eat. But we are going to also take a look at the timeline because, as I said, we do have a birthday that we need to take a look at. So if you look at the timeline, it is Larry Hendrickson's birthday, and he is aging up into an infant. For that, he can't roll a 1, 5, or a 10. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to head on over to the Hendrickson residence, and we're going to age up little Larry. Okay, so Larry Hendrickson, I did go ahead and roll for him. He did roll a 10, which is a bad roll. So I am going to be having to take Larry Hendrickson away from the family. I am just trying to currently load their family, and for whatever reason the game is giving me some trouble trying to load that family. So I'm going to take Larry Hendrickson away from the family, and then we will continue on with the Marinos. Okay, so we are back in the game. Larry is no longer with the Hendrickson family. He is now deceased. I have removed him from the game, and we are back here with Scarlett. We are just going to let her finish eating, and then I am going to go ahead and send her off to the washroom, and she is going to do her extra credit work. And once she's done with her homework, we'll probably send her to see if there are any more invitations. It is currently pretty late in the evening, and so I doubt there will be any invitations, but we are still going to go ahead and check. just to make sure there aren't any invitations. We do obviously need to go ahead and check and see what our random selection roll is for this family. Her mother is currently still at work, but should be returning home soon. Yes, she is. And when her mom gets home, she's obviously going to want to go to bed because it is pretty late. And so she's going to be ready to head off into bed because she's quite tired. So we'll get her mom to come on home and then head herself off to bed for the evening. So let's go ahead and get Isabella headed off into bed. She did bring home 432 simoleons for the day, which is fantastic. But let's get Scarlett to finish up this extra credit work and then send her out to the mailbox. And once she's done that, we will see if she's got any invitations from any of the ton members. And if not, we'll head her off to bed as well. And then we are going to pull up our random selection roll and see what it is that our fate is for this family for this episode and what it is that they're going to be facing. So we absolutely love that for them. So she is currently a high school B student. She actually does pretty well in school. She seems to really enjoy school and she tends to thrive on getting her homework done and things like that. She, does it autonomously and really does seem to enjoy knowledge, which I absolutely love. So that's great. All right, so it does not look like she received any invitations, so I am going to go ahead and send her off to bed and let her get herself a little bit of rest. And then let's go ahead and open up our random selection roll and we will take a look at that. So for that, as you know, we have 5 categories to choose from. And so if we open up our random selection number generator, we are going to go from 1 to 5. And if we generate, we get a 4. That is going to put us in the disaster category. There are 10 options on that. So from 1 to 10, if we generate, we get an 8. And on 8, it says, a female sim has become sterile. She is no longer able to have babies. Roll to see which family member loses her ability to have babies. So we're going to go from 1 to 2. 1 being Isabel, 2 being Scarlett, and it's going to be Scarlett. So Scarlett is going to, unfortunately, end up being sterile. She's not going to be able to have children. So we are going to have to make it where she can't have children. Even if she does marry in the marriage market, Scarlett is going to be sterile and not able to have children. She will have to find another way to have kids, which is going to be really unfortunate for her. So I will have to make it where she is unable to have babies. So that really, really sucks for her. So yeah, I hate that for Scarlett because obviously she's going to want to have children because the people that, like the person that she marries is going to want to build on a legacy, and she's definitely going to want that as well. She's going to want to have a romantic partner. She's going to want to start a family and to be able to provide, an heir for that person. And now she's not going to be able to do that. So I don't know if they're going to need to find a surrogate or if they're going to need to adopt or what they're going to have to do. But that is definitely the situation we are in now, is that Scarlett is going to be sterile. We are currently now in the second portion of our day here, and she does have work. She does have school again today. She has class in 5 hours. So once she gets up, we're just going to go ahead and maybe let her pen a letter to someone. I am going to have her write a letter. Let's see, if you socialize, you can chat with, let's let her chat with Elodie. And I could have sworn we had, let me see if we have a section down here with a desk. We'll have to get her a letter where she can pen a letter to someone. I believe this parchment paper, she can pen a letter. Yes. Write a friendly letter. We will write a friendly letter to... she can write a friendly letter to... We'll just do a friendly letter to Elodie as well. And that will be fine. She hasn't currently met any gentlemen suitors, so she can't really pen them any letters or anything like that. So, you know, I hate that for her. But she's going to go ahead and pen a letter to Elodie. I am going to have her then, after she's done penning that letter, get herself a bite to eat, and then she'll get herself ready for school. So she's just going to send that letter off to Elodie, and she's going to mail that off, which is great. And then we'll have her eat something and check the mailbox for some invitations, which will be fantastic. We love that for her. She's like, okay, I'm just gonna go run and have myself a quick bite to eat here. What is her mom doing? Playing cards. Okay. Well, why don't you go to the bathroom and get yourself something to eat as well, Isabella? And that way you can maybe take care of some of the things that you need to take care of. And we'll get Scarlett to get her meal here, and then she's going to head herself off to school. I guess once she is done with school, we'll have her check that invitation. Honestly, these dishes are disgusting. So she is at school currently. Isabella is just cleaning up a little bit and eating and doing the things that she needs to do to take care of herself. I think she is working in 4 hours, but she is currently experiencing some burnout, which we absolutely hate. I didn't want her going through some burnout, but she definitely is. So, you know, we hate that. We really do. She is single and loving it, though. We love that for her. She's like, wish you would clean up. Well, no one can clean up in this house, so that's great for us. Do we not own a trash can in this joint? Miss Brenna Driscoll's sensible fashions are the talk of the ton. Fresh designs and flattering fittings. I have to wonder, who is her seamstress? Okay, so the Driscolli family clearly are the talk of the ton. They are really special in the eyes of the ton, which I absolutely love, but I was kind of hoping that Scarlett would get some notice in the eyes of the ton as well, but it just doesn't seem that that is the case. So I kind of hate that. I'm going to have Isabella come down and found a charity, and maybe that will, you know, get some things going here. A culture columnist job. No, we're not trying to do that. We are going to found the Red Cross. Sure, that sounds good. All right, and she has work in 2 hours time. Currently right now, she needs to just get herself a little bit of fun. So what is she currently working on? She's just playing a little bit of chess and trying to get herself a little bit of fun here. I am loving that. Work for her starts in an hour. She really is needing to get over this burnout. Poor Isabella. I feel so bad for her, but there really is just no way around it. There really just isn't. Maybe you can go in here and play a little bit of music, and that might get your spirits up. She doesn't like the piano. Okay, well, you don't have to like playing the piano, but you do have to head off to work, and I'll see you when they return. Okay, so Scarlett has arrived back home. We are just going to let her go ahead and get the mail. It looks like Miss Marino, I was hoping you might accompany to the horse races. What do you say? Sure, so she's going to go off with Elodie to the horse races. So let's go ahead and do that. As Scarlett and Elodie were traveling, they felt their carriage suddenly jolt to a stop. The driver informed them that a wheel is stuck in the mud and they could be stranded for a while. What should they do? Continue on foot or wait for help? They can just continue on foot. Scarlett and Elodie decide to continue on foot, and after over an hour of trudging through the mud, they arrive at the races intact, if a little grimy. Hygiene minus 150. Yeah. Fair enough. Who's this gentleman? Let's invite him in. Oh, it's Ulysses. I wonder why Ulysses has come around. Oh, he's leaving now. Okay, well, goodbye, Ulysses. I had a lovely time with you today. I hope we'll be seeing more of each other. I'm sure we will. So she's going to come on in. We're going to go ahead and get her a bath. She is feeling really dirty from trudging through the mud, and we hate that for her. But as you can see, she is having some pretty decent things happening to her now that she has entered into society, which is great fun. We absolutely love that. She did have herself an invigorating walk, though. We love that for her. And she has now come down to grab herself a bite to eat here, which is fantastic. I am, though, going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next episode of the Bridgesimton Challenge, where we will be with our next family and we will be seeing what they have to offer and what they're going to be getting up into in this challenge. So until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now.
Yo,
Bye, Ravens.
Khalifa.